Hey, everybody, we'll be starting in a few moments. I'm so excited. Hey, everybody, it's so awesome to see you today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, everybody. I'm going to wait until a couple more people get on because we're going to talk a little bit about all the really exciting stuff that's going to happen today. So, welcome, welcome, and welcome. Let's see what's going on here. Kim says, hey, Kim, good to see you. So today we're gonna learn a lot about our businesses and ourselves, and we're gonna use the energy of the Akashic record. So as people get on, I'll explain a little bit more about what's gonna happen today. We are so packed with so many fun things that we're gonna do. So we're gonna have the secret chair of desire, where we're going to have a few hot seats to talk about what their desires are moving forward in their business. And we're going to have a couple special guests on as well. So I'm excited to get started. It is 12:01 and I think we're good to start. I mean, just check everybody out here. Hey, everybody. So I'm going to share a little bit about how to ask questions because you're going to want to start sending your questions to Angela. Angela, I don't see her here. Let's see if we
I
could.
think because I'm off camera, so my name shows, but my little face will be here paying attention to other things.
So it says Angela Todd is talking. So I'm gonna put, if we could put in the, I'm gonna type this into everybody that Angela Todd is the person you want to send all your questions to.
So to send me a question, use the question and answer box at the bottom of your screen. If you scroll over the bottom, a little bar will pop up with Q&A and chat. And for me to read your question to Candy anonymously, send that to me through Q&A and nobody else will see it.
Excellent. Well, thank you for that, Angela. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about some guidelines to help us through this really cool process. So I'm just going to share my screen for a moment, and then this is how you ask questions. So we now have introduced you to Miss Angela, and now send your questions to her, and here's how you ask a question. Please choose one question for this event from the Akashic Records. Be as specific as possible. For example, if you wanted to know if you should hire Sam or Sue, make sure you're asking, should I hire Sam or Sue in my marketing business? Not who should I hire, because that's too broad for the energy field. And then to protect your confidentiality, please message Angela Todd directly in the how we showed you before, and she's going to read your questions out loud to me, and then I'll start answering them. The quicker you get the questions to Angela, the higher on the question route you are. The Zoom chat function should be used primarily for general questions and cool aha moments. And questions will be answered in the order that they will receive. And this call is recorded so you can enjoy the whole experience. So I'm going to stop sharing now and go back just to you all seeing me. How's that for the moment? I'm back. So Miss Angela, are we getting any questions in? If you're talking, you're muted.
We sure are. No, somebody's trying to connect to the call and I'm trying to send her the link.
Oh,
We are getting a few questions. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, first question. What specific blocks should I focus on to successfully launch my business?
That's a great question. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm inviting you all to let me visit the space of your energy field. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to go in and open up the energy of the Akashic energy field. So all that you need to do is give me a gentle permission in your heart. And we're about to begin with that question. Taking a deep breath in, finding that heart space, getting out of your head. Ooh, it feels so good. Taking a deep breath in. And here we go. Oh, wow. Now I could see you guys. Hey. That's so cool. So many beautiful souls here today. I almost see like little sparkles around people. So lots of good, like exciting energy. Like I'm getting goosebumps just looking at your energy fields. So Miss Angela, would you mind stating the question one more time now that the records are open?
I am delighted. What specific blocks should I focus on to successfully launch my business?
So that's an interesting question. It says, what blocks should I focus on?
That's what it says.
Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about the energy of this question. So if you're going to focus on the blocks, guess what you're not going to get to? The results. So what I want to invite you to do is to just gently go into your own heart space and ask yourself a few questions. And here's the questions that I want you to ask yourself. They're about to tell me. So what is it that I really desire next? How do I want to spend my time? And do I have an ideal program that I want to offer? If you're focusing on your blocks, you're going to get more of the same. What we focus on, we lead towards. For example, there's in Lancaster, California. I live in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. In Lancaster, California, there's this long stretch of desert road, and there's some poles along the road, but it's a big, open, vast desert land. And do you know what happens on this big, vast, open road? Is people run into the poles, the telephone poles. But there's nothing else to look at except desert. Why are they running into the poles? What we focus on is where we end up. So if we're driving along and it's like there's a pole, boom. So when we're looking at our blocks, it's not in alignment for ourselves. So just rearranging that question, asking what you do want and what you do have in place is really important. So I hope that helps. Another question, Miss Angela?
Yes, ma'am. Next question. Should I make Disney Princess Reimagined as the theme for my calendar 2021?
Oh, hell to the yes, of course. You know, Sleeping Beauty woke up at 50. And so a lot of my clients are in between that 40 and 50. So, hey, ladies, we got this going on. So, yes, it should be magical. Everything should be magical right now because we've had a lot of things that we no longer want. So, stepping in to the energy of newness and that vitality is exactly what's in alignment for us. However, one of the things they're saying is, why wait, my love? Go get your princess outfit on today. Put your crown on. Walk around in the energy of you. Don't wait. So reset your calendar now. And that's a really good theme starting today. I just love that. It's so aligned. Thank you for asking the questions. Okay, Miss Angela.
Next question. Should I move forward creating my 7-week course now and then create my one-on-one program in 2020 or vice versa? I need clarity, guidance on which one to start with.
So what I would start with is the one-on-one just now, because I still feel like you need some momentum in the one-on-one energy of the work. Once you get that in alignment, get your one-on-ones, start introducing and even maybe beta test a couple people on your 7-week program. So many times in life, we create these programs and we haven't beta tested them to see if they're in alignment yet. But the energy for you right now is keep pushing the one-on-ones nice and gently, moving them along, and then invite a couple people into this beta test and see what it feels like and see about the results and get the testimonials. That's your highest and best right now. Putting your energy on your one-on-ones and then designing a beta test, just a little sweet taste test. And then guess what starts happening? Everything starts falling into alignment. The focus and flow goes out and back into you. So that's what I'm feeling. So congratulations. I really feel like you're getting good momentum with your one-on-ones. So that's where I would keep your focus for right now. But do not forget, because the 7-week program is cool. I like it. So I don't want you to think, oh, she just said no. I didn't say that. I want you to beta test it. I want you to start implementing it. You're going to move that 7-week course is going to move around a little bit. So I want you to stay with it and see what is the highest and best for people who are taste testing that lovely course that you're about to design. So congratulations for everything. That looks good.
So our person who asked about which blocks to focus on says which blocks to release, I mean.
Oh, that's a lot better.
Sorry.
We're having a discussion up here, so excuse me for that. But so here's the thing. Again, I mean, the focus was still on the block, like which one to release. it's still the focus on which ones to release first. What they still want for you is that new compelling future, not the focus of this. Right now, I can't see all of you. My focus is on all of you, but if I put the block up, I can't see you. So it's still basically the same answer. It's which one to release first is just saying you have a multitude of blocks, but that's not what brings you in alignment to your energy field. So I hope that helps.
Okay, next question. Should I offer advisory services in my business at the start?
I'm getting mixed feelings, to be honest about it. So, like, if I have to answer yes or no because of my mixed feelings, I would say no, not yet. I wish I had more information because I feel that there's more there that I can say, but I feel stopped for some reason. So I'm still staying with this question. I think that advisory is good. I think that consultation, like a private consultation, for some reason feels, I know it's just a word semantics, but it vibrates higher. So consultations vibrate higher than advisement. And I don't know why, but I would go with consultation. So is that a yes or is that a no? Consultations is better. It's a package. It's a way to offer some business. It's not your highest and best yet, but it is a way to make some additional money. So it's not something that they want you to throw out, but it's not your highest and best that they want you to lean into just yet. So keep that. It's, I feel like it's a percolator, like it's slow perking, right? In the coffee maker, it's slow perk. So keep some attention on that, but focus your attention on your higher and best programs that you're offering or whatever you're doing in your life. I feel like there's more to stay in alignment with that. So I hope that helped.
Okay, next question. Should I continue to make a podcast on trauma stories?
Um, I can tell you what the guides are saying, that people are already in enough trauma. So if you're in pain or if you're in anguish or you're suffering from something, do you want more joy? What are you going to be looking for? More pain or more joy? Hopefully, if you really want to bring people out of their pain and move them up, I would do something different right now. What people are looking for are connection, because we haven't been able to connect, and laughter. So I feel like that is the highest and best for you. So we're ready to get into our hot seat, and the first hot seat is Sage. So I'd like to welcome her. So she's coming in right now. She's down here, and let's see if I can.
There we go. I got her.
You got her?
Got
Okay.
her.
This is fun. This is our first time with our webinar and bringing people into hot seats, and this is a lot of fun. So Sage, can you hear me and see me?
I'm here.
Hey, I can't see her though. I apologize for that.
It just says the host has stopped it. So I know Mary Beth might be in the background and can help us.
Okay. I'll see if we can see you, but I can hear you. So while we're trying to get you actually on camera, because usually we have like Angela and some other people on camera. Let's see. Sage, I'm gonna click more. I'm gonna make you a co-host and see if I can see you.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
You are
look!
magic.
I did it! I'm so proud of myself right now.
I am proud of you too, because I wouldn't be able to figure that out in the moment.
Everybody knows I have technological issues. So Sage, your records are already open. So let's get this. Da, 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 da. Tell me, please, what is your deepest desire in business right now?
I love that. So I actually have a bit of a specific question I was hoping you could help me with. I'm planning my launch in the next 90 days. And I'm trying to decide if I want to focus on my launch in December or January. And there's more questions, but that's the first one that's coming up for me.
The first one I can tell you right now is January.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
2020 is for your energy field is not the highest and best for the launch just yet. So I feel like we're going to have some transitions. I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying this, so I'm getting a lot of confirmation. They're showing me that right now, the hot seat of our world, and I will promise I'm not going to get into this, but we have a political climate. We have different climates right now. We still have people struggling a little with their businesses in transition. So people are not as certain to make decisions, so they're just kind of pushing the launch for your highest and best starting in 2020. Actually, to be honest with you, where it looks the freshest, and I have to always be honest when I'm in the records, is March.
Oh, okay. Good
So
to know.
just take that into consideration if you really have your heart set on January. I mean, it's going to take a while to get things in order for the launch, but your highest and best would be, I'm seeing March 1st, spring into spring.
Oh, so good. Thank you for picking up on that. And I have some names of things that I'm trying to sift
Excellent.
through.
That's
Oh,
good.
good. I didn't know. So I was looking at either design a business in life from a place of pleasure and deep personal power, or come home to yourself by working less and making more.
Amen. That's it. I'm liking that one. I have goosebumps all over with that one. Is there any more?
Well, I was thinking about the name, so that's kind of the subtitle, but then the name, Biz Womb, where brilliant businesses are birthed and rebirthed.
So juicy and rich. And it's exactly what we're going through. Like, talk about really what I saw is finger on the pulse. And when I see that, it means that you're on the pulse of your clients. They're rebirthing right now, right? So I see the finger on the pulse, which is major thumbs up for you.
Thank you. Yeah, my only concern was with Biz Womb. Not every woman, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe as I'm saying it, I'm like, no, it doesn't matter.
Well, actually, like if you do think and they want to honor what you're saying, some women, might be like, I'm not having a baby. I'm not interested in having a baby. But you're talking about ourselves. And how many times do we have to rebirth ourselves in this world? There's multiple times we've rebirthed ourselves, and women do identify with that. So you're not eliminating the women that might not be interested in a physical birth. Like incubator is also a really great title, right?
We thought about incubator. We were trying to come up with our own pattern interrupt version of
Yeah.
incubator.
But the feeling of that is very rich. If you want to transition and play with a few words instead of the womb, but I immediately went into the womb. I so felt that energy. So, and I have no interest in birthing any more babies. So
Yeah, same. Like, let's not call in more children, please. So good. I love that. Cool. So I feel complete on those two things. I guess if there's anything else that my records want me to know about the launch, I'm open to receiving it.
okay, I'm just going to ask them. Wow, you have a good team, but they're saying that it's really going to be nice and supportive for you to start thinking about adding 2 more team members. I'm not exactly sure who they are, but I see
I
that
know.
hugely helpful. So does that resonate with you?
Oh my gosh, I'm in she starts today, one of them, and the other person is coming. I'm calling them forward. I don't know who they are yet.
Yeah, I see both of them. Boy, talk about a powerhouse. I'm excited to learn more about what's happening with this because it's really, really a powerful event.
Now I have chills.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I so appreciate you opening the records with me.
Thank you.
Bye, love.
Bye. Oh, wow, that worked out just fine. So we're going into some more questions and answers. Miss Angela.
I'm ready. Okay, this one says, Friday, I was given the go-ahead from my event location that I can host my signature year-end event as originally planned live on December 4th through 5th. Should I do it?
This year?
She doesn't indicate, but December 4th through 5th sounds like this year.
Okay. I'm just really struggling with this, to be honest with you. I see a lot of work, replanning at times, moving things around. It's just not in the energy of flow. I'm going to deliver the whole piece to you. Here's the good news. People want it. People want to be live, and people are yearning to be live. From the semantics or like planning it, I was an event planner for many years at the university, and looking at this gives me anxiety for you. Yes, people will come. Yes, people are excited to be live, but there's so many extra things about a live event and the what ifs. It makes me nervous to advise you, yes, because of the finance and the movement. Can you pull this off? Yes. So I hate to give the question back to you that way. I usually am more complete. This can happen, but it makes me like, it takes my breath away, makes me anxious. So, I mean, if this were me and my business, I would say no at this point. I would feel safest to say no. That's what I would do if it were my business. So I hope that helps.
Okay, next question. So this one says, can I ask a personal question? My friend has been dating someone and we want to know if he's the one for her. I'm biased, but I want her to be happy.
No, he's not. I don't see it. I don't like his energy. I'm sorry. I think that, like, for her, what I see is that she's anxious to, it's like a checklist item. I hate to say it like that, but it's like, she yearns for something. And so she's seeing him with glasses on that aren't focused. So once she focuses in on who he really is, I don't think that that's her highest and best deal. So good luck with that.
Okay, next question. What blocks do I need to remove, or what do I need to adjust in my life in order to move forward with clarity and contentment?
Ooh, I'm going to actually address this question in a deeper way in about 20 minutes, but I have a huge answer to this question. Um, Basically, the first thing that I see is our world has changed. Everything that we do, from soup to nuts, how we literally buy things, how we shop, how we go to school, how we communicate, how we connect with our friends, all of it has changed. So what I'm actually seeing isn't necessarily a block. I just feel like this person's kind of lost as to directions. I feel like you're standing on a New York street with your phone in your hand saying, should I go this way or should I go that way? And that's the energy I feel. So when I start talking about 1240, really pay attention, because that's where I see your truest block. You're looking for the new identity of you, and a lot of us are. And because there's confusion and fear and doubt in which way to go, it makes us stuck. It's like, but if I go this way, but if I go this way. And so a little bit later, I'm going to go into a deep dive with that question. And so that answer will be for you. So more questions, Miss Angela?
Yes. This one says, hello, I'd love guidance on separating from a very enmeshed relationship with my elderly mom. I'm an empath and I guess and I have worked on this my whole life. I've done so much work, but now it feels there's another level now that is keeping me from truly stepping forward into my life purpose. Thanks in advance.
Oh my gosh. Guess what? that answer's coming up. I have goosebumps again because we're going to talk about what happened to you and what I see happened. And you know what I love about you so much is your heart is so rich and so full. I'm so excited to see you get to the next level of you, because here's what I see happened is somehow or another your energy and your mom's energy stayed together all these years, and it's been going along. And what needs to happen is you both need your own identity, and it's meshed in. And to be honest, it holds her back and it holds you back. You think you're supporting her, she thinks she needs you. And really, what the two of you need is your own identities that aren't as commingled as they are. I hate to say it like this, but how else can I say it? Hold on. They've been commingled too long, and it's caused stuckness for both parties. It's not in a healthy commingling. You may have thought it to be because you thought you were supportive, but it's actually there's a codependence on both, and it's not in alignment for you. So I'm going to talk about getting to the next level of you in great detail in a few moments, and that is going to help you so much. It's actually your language, so that's how I know it's in alignment with you. So I hope that helped, and wait until you hear what the real resolution is. So I'm excited to share.
Okay, next question. Is Overview Consulting to remain a strategic partner, or is it time to fully release the relationship once we fully transition the ownership of Spark?
Yes, it is time. Like, the energy of Spark just excited me so much. And I feel like, and I don't remember the name of it, and it's unimportant at this point, but the first thing that you said, should I release it? Yes. It's almost like if I want to put something in this hand, but I have this in it, chances are if I try to put this in my hand, it's going to slip. So as you release this, it creates this beautiful space, this energy space for you to host Spark. So the quicker the better. So whatever it's going to take to exit and to start bringing that energy in, because let me show you what energy fields look like in our energy field. So our highest and best self runs up here, and then it doesn't know any fears or doubts, because it knows our highest and best paths. But then here's sometimes where we run along, like at a lower level, because guess what? We've had injuries, we've had fears, and we've had doubts. And so once we release the blocks or the old things that's holding us back, guess what starts to happen is we start recalibrating. And see, you have all of this energy. That's a platform to build a sustainable business by creating a broader energy field, releasing the blocks that's holding us back, creating sustainability here. And so that's basically what's happening to you. And so when you let go of that, you're going to start vibrating at your highest and best platform or self. You're going to have more energy to build off of, letting go and releasing what no longer serves. So I hope that answers the question.
Okay, another one?
Yes.
Okay, I recently discovered that my unemployment might be running out on October 31st. FYI, I thought I had until January 2021 to work on getting my quote new quote program together. At first I thought, oh shit, and felt a twinge of panic thinking how hard this could be. My question for you is, will I be okay not getting a part-time job or even going back to my past job, even if I don't have the unemployment compensation helping us out? I'll go back if I need to. To clarify, I want to trust this time to refocus and not go back to work. But do I need to worry about money? Should I seek out other work? Or are we okay for a while?
There's a shit ton of questions in there, Angela. So I want to pull this apart a little bit. number one, the first, I want to talk about the energy that's happening to this person. There's a lot of worry and there's a lot of doubt and there's a lot of fear. So the first thing I want this person to do is ask this question. What is your deepest desire in business? You don't need to be an intuitive to answer her question about the energy that she's putting out about going back to work. It's clearly not what she wants to do. Why do we do the things that we don't want to do? Especially when, like somebody else said, they're an empath. All of us have this energy of intuition. So every time that we go towards something that we don't want to do, we're pushing energy up a hill instead of letting it flow. And so the answer to should you get a job and will I be okay? You're going to be okay if you choose to be okay and you choose to move forward and get that program that you want in alignment. Right now, I feel the energy of you. Oh, I'm sorry to say, and I apologize for saying it like this, but you're all over the place. It's literally a hot mess. And so what I'm feeling to be in alignment, okay, we're having a testimony in a moment. What I feel in alignment for you is to really get focused and do what you want to do, but make sure it's what you want to do, because you're 100%, 180% right. This is a recalibration time. So you recalibrated. And the worry about money, if you put any worry out to the universe, it doesn't support you. What you get back is more worry. So think about abundance and think about how you can create it and start doing it, because you're hugely talented, creative, and you can be motivated and you get stuff done. Boom. So guess what? Making your mind up, getting that new program done and launching it, baby, getting it out there. Take a deep breath. We got to put our big girl panties on right now. And that's what needs to happen. Big girl panties on. You got this. You got this. So go for it. Okay.
Jeannie, and you have to make her a co-host.
Okay, I'm bringing Jeannie Spyro. She's one of our surprise guests, and I need to see where I can find her.
She's on your panelist.
Okie dokie.
When she's done, you want to be.
Oh, here she is. I'm going to do it. I'm bringing her on. Let's see. She's coming on.
Hi. I don't know if my camera can come on yet, so we're going to try. Oh, I'm here. Hooray. Oh, it's like a big surprise. Hi. It's so good to be with you today and everybody here. Yay.
Thank you. So Jeannie, we brought you on today. I just wanted you've been doing some work in the Akashic energy field with your business. And so I'd like you to introduce yourself, who you are and what you do, like your little 30-second pitch.
Yeah, so I guess the easiest way of saying it is I help women make money. And so I'm a business strategist, and that's what I do all day in and day out.
And she's helped me to do that so well in my business, because reading the Akashic records, I was like, how is I going to make this a business? So Jeannie's helped me to do that. So in turn, Jeannie and I start working together, and I just wanted to invite you to share with people a little bit about maybe where you were and where you are now.
So, well, when I got to know your work and I was helping you get your work out into other people to help them, I realized, well, this can help me. And so I was just thrilled that I had an opportunity to help you grow your business. But at the same time, I started seeing where I had some things and questions that kept popping up. And I think at every stage of business, because I work with people, as you know, at different stages, there's different questions that come up. And so when I reached a certain stage of business, my business was asking me things that I didn't know the answers to. I hadn't been there before. And so we started working together, and I shortcutted some of the things that felt that if I had kept doing it on my own, I would have taken years to accomplish. And instead, I was asking for you to support me through the records and through our work together. And I was just leaping over things that could have taken years to get there.
Oh, I love that. Leaping over things that could have taken years. I want people to understand what level of business that you're at so that they can possibly either see themselves as somebody that they want to achieve, a business that they want to achieve, or whatever. So I just want you to share that if you don't mind.
Yes. I mean, so I have a multiple six-figure business. And when I first started with you, I had a multiple six-figure business, but I kept repeating the same income year after year. So I was like, okay, well, this is interesting. I'm making the same amount of money, but I'm still working hard. And so through our work, we figured out how, through unlocking all these answers to the questions, how to double my income. So last year, I actually doubled my income. And it was tremendous. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just got goosebumps with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Absolutely.
Wow. So how many of you out there want to be a multiple six-figure business or double your income? I'm in. I want to do that. So thank you for sharing that. And would you recommend this work to people?
You know, I have to say, I think I always said, well, first of all, I always said, I don't know what woo is, and I'm only half a woo, and none of that makes sense to me. And it was at the same time when I was growing that I was so focused only on strategy. I didn't think I needed anything but strategy in order to grow my business. But what I realized when we started working together, it wasn't just strategy. There were so many questions and things that I needed to work through that working with you helped me, and working in my records and tapping into what my soul wanted and finding those answers. I could put some of those doubts and fears that kept coming up, that I'd squashed, they kept coming up. And I said, okay, how do I handle this? And I felt like I had so much more certainty, and I still do, because I'm still working with you. And I have been for 3 years, that I would recommend it to everyone at every stage of business, because we can't see what we need sometimes. And sometimes it's like we do the same thing in a different way, except I help people make money too, right? But I'm all day long in strategy. If I didn't have someone supporting the non-strategy side, I don't think I would have grown. So yes, they all need you. Simple answer, took me a long time to get to, but yes.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Jeannie. That just means the world to me. It really does. And I'm so grateful that you've been able to kind of quantum leap yourself over with the use of the Akashic Records. Is there anything else that you were hoping to be able to share with people today?
Well, I just want to compliment you, Candy, because, you know, you shine and you rise through being able to gather people. And so having this event and being able to be here and do this today, it's a treat. And I'm so glad to do this with you today. And I think that you just have such amazing gifts. And so please, everyone, just stick around, because what she talks about is just genius. So thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you all for
Thanks,
being
everyone.
here. Thank you. And we're still going to be giving you some great certainty and answering questions. So thank you, Jeannie, so much for taking the time to be with us today. Thank you.
So you want to make her a panelist again?
Okay.
Or an attendee?
Let me figure out this movement of people. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So more questions for all of you.
Yes, indeed. So the next question, am I on the right track with my business? And if not, what do I need to change?
Boy, I can see a lot of things, to be honest. I feel like you need a reset button, to be honest. I think that you need you need to reevaluate where you're at. I think you need to get a new clear vision for yourself, to be honest. I think there's some stuckness, some fears. This is a very unusual time. This isn't your fault. So please don't shame yourself. Really high performing business owners right now, they still have some struggles, even though they figured it out. They figured it out back here before the pandemic, but now it's different. So I really think you need some clear visions. I think trusting your intuition. I think releasing some of the blocks, from this past 7 months. It's been a lot. So once you do some of those things, I feel like I feel like it's a Drano, like, like it just unclogs the drain. Once you release those blocks and you get that next clear vision, and then you start moving, like I see a movement. So that's where I would really advise you to go, is to do a little reset, get some clear vision where you're going. Release some of the blocks that are holding you back. At the very end today, we're going to release some blocks. So make sure you stay around, because I want to make sure that some of those that are in front of you kind of are like clouds, that they move apart so that you see more of what you need to see to move forward. Because you are a good professional. I really like that energy.
Okay, next question. I already have an existing program helping women in their wellness/yoga business, which I love, and I'm planning on adding on a new program helping women awaken their soul calling and tap into their soul gifts, and having a hard time packaging this offering with a main selling point, seeking clarity around this expansion in my business.
Well, I love the energy when you start talking about soul's gifts. Ding, ding, ding. When I hear ding, 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 I know that you're onto something that's highest and best for you. So, what are your soul's gifts? That's what I would be asking people. I would definitely take a couple quizzes or evaluations to see what people think their soul's gifts are, what's holding them back from getting there. So if I say, reading the Akashic records, that's my soul gift, and what's holding me back from getting there, if I were stuck, I might be able to tell you, well, I don't know. And this is what happened when I went to Jeannie. I'm like, I love reading the Akashic records. And by the way, this is for you. I love reading the Akashic records, but how do you make that into a business? And so what I want you to make sure that you decide is, what's your highest and best programs for income and revenue development that you've already created? And then what tweaks, what new things could be seasoned and blended into that program to bring it up and start vibrating with those soul, like your soul's desires. That's what, I forget what words or language you use, but that's going to help you build that platform, that bigger platform, getting into the energy of soul. Honestly, I think 2021 moving forward is going to be all about spirit, intuition, soul values in our businesses. You're going to hear consciousness and consciousness and consciousness. I just was looking at a course with somebody, and Eckhart Tolle, and he was saying about consciousness and levels of consciousness. Windows of, he talked about opportunities, which that's what the woo is. Windows of opportunity in business is created through the use of intuition. So when Jeannie was back saying about the woo is actually windows of opportunity by using intuition. So I really feel in alignment with pushing anything with soul, consciousness, conscious development, moving our bodies, yoga. I think all of that is going to be so in alignment, because that's what people are going to want more of. Any other questions?
Yes.
You can take Jeannie's still a panelist, and we should take her off. Okay. So what we're going to do is one more question, and then I have something really exciting to show you that's going to answer a lot of the questions that have been coming up that I promised. So we're going to do that in 1 minute. Angela, one more question. And then what we're going to do is move over to explain what is actually going on in your businesses right now, because I can see it clearly.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I've been having a hard time pivoting in my business. Is there something I need to know that I'm not seeing?
Yes. And guess what? Here comes this information. This is exactly what I'm seeing for you, honestly and truly. So here's what you're missing right now. So let me share my screen. I'm going to answer your question and the other 4 questions that are still sitting out there, because this is really, really important. So here's this is an image of what is happening and what you can't see and what you need to be able to see to move forward. And so thank you for asking this question and for the other 2 questions I promised to answer. So what this is called the big tick. And this is basically our identity and the transition of our identity. So let me tell you about what's been happening. The earth, the energy of our whole universe has changed. And here's where we were. We were going along from A to B, A to B. That was the identity of ourselves and the identity of the world. We were living our lives, going along, running our businesses, going to school, going to social events, traveling whenever we wanted to, A to B, A to B. That was our identity. But guess what? Dun, dun, dun. The pandemic happened. And that really put us all in this whirlwind. Our identity was A to B, A to B, but all of a sudden it threw us off and it dropped us down a pretty big notch to level C. And usually what happens in C is that's when you're starting to get this confusion, this lack of vision that was just asked in the question, like, what am I not seeing? What we don't understand is that old world, that A to B, it's different now. That's an old identity. And we keep calibrating back to that. It's like, well, where is that? Where's that A to B? Where's that normal? I want my certainty. But right now, we don't have a lot of certainty. And so what that's dropped many of us into is level D, pain. But in order to get from D all the way up to E, F, G, and H, our new compelling future, what needs to happen next is we need to create a ladder to travel up to that next compelling future. So what you asked that you're missing right now is that new compelling future, because it's so hard to see that with so many unknowns and so much uncertainty right now. So what I did is I actually designed a way to help you through that. And so what I've seen with the last 240 of my clients that have been in what's called an Align Your Business program is this. What we need to do is we need to get some leverage to get us out of the level of pain, fear, and doubt, uncertainties. And we need to start getting some quick wins. See right here in our identity, that is the most important thing for all of us right now, is to get some quick wins. If you think of a weight loss program, if you've ever been to Weight Watchers, I have been, what they want to do is get some quick wins in underneath your belt, so to speak, in order to get more success. But guess what? You're never going to get to this new compelling future if you can't see yourself there. You know, one of the biggest problems in business and in like weight loss is we don't see ourselves rising to that 7-figure business owner. It's like that's for somebody else, but it is actually for you. Remember, that is your highest and best self, but you might have had some failures. So you might be feeling down here. But the very first thing we want to do is release those blocks that are holding you back. That's a quick win. That's quick leverage. The next thing is we're going to establish a clear vision. We're going to look at where you're at and where you want to go. And to get some momentum, that's what you need. But we haven't quite gotten to our new identity yet with that. But guess what? We have these propellers, these jetpacks in our unconscious mind, and they're called our values structure. And sometimes our value structure is misaligned. So we need to get our top 5 values from our unconscious mind, because that's the energy pack. That's what's going to project and move us into where we need to go. And so having those top 5 values so that you can make decisions with better clarity and quality is really, really important. So now we're just back to about normal in our identity. So we still need more in order to get to our next compelling future. So guess what? Intuition, if you've said during this event, well, that just gave me goosebumps, or I just had a feeling or a knowing, you're already using your intuition. So why not? Let's use it purposefully. And you're going to be trained in how to use your intuition, open your Akashic records for your own business. Talk about strength and power. Like you just saw Jeannie, I don't know how many times she now says to me, you know, Candy, I just had a feeling, or that was in my gut. And I didn't feel like I should be going that way. She now uses her intuition. She still uses my guidance, but she's also using her own intuition. The next thing that you're going to learn, and you heard Jeannie say it. Thank you, Jeannie. It was brilliant that you said that. Is she kept so you're going to learn your quantum leap blueprint for wealth. And if you heard Jeannie, think of your wealth as a thermometer. Then if you keep just getting to 86 degrees and 86 degrees, but you really want that to be 100, there's something that's holding you back. And we're going to work on releasing that and also getting a clear vision about your blueprint for wealth. All of this is always supported by level 6, which is continually gaining new insights like we're doing right now today. I call this totally woo, creating windows of opportunity. So we're going to keep doing that. So let me show you why it's so important to use the energy field of the Akashic records. That quantum energy field creates these leaps of success multiple times. That's what Jeannie was actually just talking about. And so from A to H and getting there more quickly. So once you establish these 6 stages, guess what? You can rinse and repeat those anytime that you're feeling a little out of alignment. For me, what I do, and I'm in the process right now of getting my clear vision, getting my new top 5 values. I have them from a year and a half ago, but that's not in alignment. So right now I'm putting myself through this system so that I can get from A to H more quickly. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce you to this awesome program that has helped so many people get to the next level of themselves. Wasn't there a question about how do I get to the next level? This is so perfect. So thank you for asking that question, because this is how you do it. It's with the 6 steps that I just presented to you today, which is release your blocks, get that clear vision and a 90-day plan so you can finish out 2020 at your highest and best in your business. You can discover what actually is that jetpack that you have, because those top 5 values that you might be using, they might actually not be in alignment with your new identity. We're going to look at that temperature of your wealth, because there's abundance all around us and enough for everybody. There is no lack. So vibrating and connecting with your quantum leap blueprint of wealth is so important. And how about learning to use the intuition that you're already using all the time? It's nothing new. So why not learn how to ask better questions to get in alignment for your business? So if anybody wants to go right now to CandiceHaza.com/align program, there's more insights about the program there. And so this is what you're going to get. And I'm going to make this super, super simple, because when I look at a lot of words, I get confused. So week 1, the very first thing that we're going to do this week, by the way, is we're going to go into a deep dive and release your blocks in multiple levels, at least 7 levels of a soul. We're going to release those so that you get back into alignment, start vibrating at a higher level. Week 2, what we're going to work on is gaining a clear vision to get valuable insights for your next 90 days in business. And all of these trainings are going to be sandwiched in with the Totally Woo Days, which is exactly what we're doing today, minus the testimonials, well, maybe we'll add hot seats. Why not? Let's do it. So that's what you're going to get for the next 10 weeks. So I'd like to introduce you to this program. It's called Next Level. So whoever said it, you asked what you need. I'm really highly recommending this. Next Level, there is 7 spots left. And what you get is all 10 weeks that I just showed you, all of the trainings, the 6 levels of trainings, as well as 5 Totally Woo Days. We're always going to be releasing the blocks and gaining clear insights and answering your questions that are holding you back. And so what you get with this also is some people need a little extra time. And so I added a fast action bonus of a 30-minute Akashic record reading with me. And you can see how quickly, even a small hot seat like we did with Sage, she had 2 really important questions. They're answered. They're done for her. Now it's given her something to think about which direction to go. The investment for this is 3 payments of $333 or a single payment of $997. And just to add some quantum leap sparkle dust to this, what I'm going to ask Team Woo to do is drop a link to save $220 off that program. There's only 7 spots left, and Wednesday we're going to start this program already. Now, you're saying, well, what's this Woolicious VIP? So this is the same exact program, but it's for people who already know that they need some more support or want some more time with me. Might be for somebody who has a bigger business as well, or it might be somebody that's in major transition and is in a major pivot. And so the 90-minute Akashic record reading block release is something that's in the Woolicious VIP, as well as a 60-minute Akashic record reading, and another one, of course, because I love to give things away for a fast action bonus. The investment for this, which is exactly like the other program, but a lot more support, is 3 payments of $667 or a single payment of $1997. And to add some quantum leap here, what I'm doing is I'm taking $500 off of the single payment. So that would bring the single payment to $1497. And so again, if you go to CandiceHaza.com/align program, you can join today. This is a must-have program. It answered 4 of your questions, 3 in particular, 4 that I can see. So why not do something that you really, really need for you right now to close your 2020 strong so that you'll be in alignment to really, really close strong for the year. So let's go back to questions and answers. Okay, we have Lindsay in the hot seat. Okay, Lindsay, let's get her in. Let's see.
And you can let Jeannie out.
I tried. I can't. Sorry, I'm trying to put people in, take people out. Here, we're bringing Lindsay in. Lindsay, hey.
Hi.
Congratulations on the hot seat. So,
Yeah, thanks for having me.
What is your deepest desire in your business?
To get funding for my SaaS company. That is my deepest desire right now. Yeah.
Put that energy out there. Great job. So here we go. You can start asking your energy. Your Akashic records are already open. I want to connect with just your one thread. So hold on, Lindsay. Excellent, you're in. So what is your question?
Yeah, so the first question is, will we hit our fundraising goal that we just set yesterday?
Okay, what's the number?
600,000.
600,000, excellent. Okay, take a deep breath in. Am I allowed to be honest?
Yes, please.
So I'm seeing between 450 and 475, might be more of a range. That's what I'm feeling into. And you know what? What I love about what you guys did, I actually think that you overshot your goal. So what I love is that you were shooting for the moon and you landed among the stars. So congratulations.
I love that. That's so funny. We had 500 originally. We landed at 6 yesterday. And we literally said shoot for the moon. Cool. Awesome. So anything to look out for during the fundraising process and like meeting with investors or connecting, that is maybe in my records.
Yeah, it is. I'm getting goosebumps all over. So hold on. Man, do you have a very specific contract that people must read and sign?
Yeah, we will. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing make sure all your legal angles are in alignment. Because anytime that you're asking for funding, especially private funding, anything with that, the fiduciary, like what's it called? The FI, there's rules that I know.
Yes, there's
Right?
rules with shares and
Yeah,
yes.
when I've studied, so that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like be meticulous about that because there's so many funding rules of private funding
Mhm.
that you have to be meticulous not to get in trouble. They're not saying you're going to get in trouble. Please don't hear that. But they just want you to be absolutely legally meticulous with this, so that you don't get any. Here's what I'm seeing. There's a lot of people right now that are scavengers right now energetically because they're struggling. And so some people aren't as high in their value structure when they start struggling. So if you feel intuitively speaking that somebody is either going to is not working out, do not bring them in. Do not fight with them. Do not, like, if something isn't lining up, just please let them go.
Yep.
Quicker you do that, the more energy and alignment you're going to get more quickly. So I love all of that.
Yeah. What is the best path to have a diverse group of investors that really like line up with my values and team, versus just taking anybody's money?
Yeah. Yeah. Personality, believe it or not. So I want you to be able to work, because what I see is there's going to be at least 2 people that have
Okay.
a whole bunch of money, but you're not
Mhm.
going to feel in alignment with them.
Ooh.
So, but the one that might not have quite as much money, that might not be as big of, I'm going to use you know, like the big fat cow, right? Investor, I still feel like you're going to be more in alignment and they actually have more funding that they said that they have, and that they're going to bring more funding in afterward. So like, for example, if I'm saying, hey, I'm going to bring 100K to the table, but you don't like my personality and you think that I'm sorry to say, screw you in some way, get rid of me. But if I say I have $25,000 to invest in this and you like me and it seems in alignment and I seem easier to work with, please go with that person, because they actually have 150,000 that they could invest. They're just not sharing that, nor do they're not 100% in believing in the product or what they're investing in just yet, but they have. So trust your intuition. The fat cows aren't really the fat cows. The skinny cats are actually more abundant than they're showing you. So
My final question is, should we ask Greg Smith to be the lead investor?
boy, is he sharp, really bright, kind of handsome. Is that true?
Yeah, I would say. People watching might know who he is actually. Don't say anything.
I don't know him, so I'm just looking at his energy. So I want to say this. I do feel that he's in alignment, but he's kind of level up. So really level up, which means he also knows a lot more. So I just, again, I'm going back to the legal beagles. Anything at all that you feel out of alignment, you should have your attorney holding your hand, having dinner with you and wiping both corners of your mouth while you're working with this, because I just feel like I just want all the check boxes. Check. You know, I just want you to be, again, meticulous. I like him, but I feel like he also, he's not going to mess with you, but I also want you to be protected.
That makes sense.
Does that make sense? Okay, excellent. Excellent.
I think that's it.
So do you
Yeah.
feel complete? Excellent.
I do. Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Extremely successful. So
Thanks.
with a lot of caution. And I feel like what I'm seeing is, I don't know how to express this, but if you were standing on a beach and you had a screen and you had different shells and you were looking for a particular shell, like, and you were like, what's that called when you move the screen
Sifting.
back? Sifting, that big fancy word, right? I feel like you're going to see a couple big conch shells. The real wealth isn't going to be in the big conch shells. It's going to be perfectly, like, perfect little smaller shell, but it's just so beautiful. It's like, oh, but this one's the prettiest one. Go for the prettiest one. Greg's kind of pretty, so.
I love it. That's actually really helpful. That's really helpful.
Good.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you. Let's see, what are we going to do here now?
undo them, that would be great.
I don't know what to undo them to. That's put on.
Panelist or attendee?
That's not an option.
Oh, okay.
Change rule. Okay, that is. Okay, I did it. I did
Me
it.
too.
Okay. Okay, excellent.
Okay, you can do Q&A and then you have.
So we have questions and answers now, Miss Angela.
Excellent. I did take a peek at the chat, and I'm not sure if you haven't sent your question to me through the Q&A box, please do so, because some of them look similar and I don't want to read somebody's question twice. So please do send it on to me if you have not yet. Thank you. Okay, next question. I have a personal question. I have been doing much of my inner work for the past 3 years. Would really love to know some guidance on when I'm going to meet my soul partner. Thank you so very much.
Wow, positive energy with this. I really feel great about this person, except I don't feel that they put themselves out there. Like, yeah, they did all this work and they're in alignment and they asked the question, it's vibrating well, but I feel like putting yourself out there is what's really important. The next question I hear the person asking is, but how? We're in a pandemic. What I do see is I see you inviting a couple girlfriends to introduce you to people that might be a good fit. I don't see you as much of an online person, although I do see there's a lot of people online right now. I don't know that to be true, but I'm seeing that energetically. So, excuse me, that would be nice for you to be looking more proactively, but what vibrates better for you is an intimate connection with a friend that knows you and knows what's looking for you. So start asking. Like, just start asking, putting the energy out. Oh, and one more thing. I want you to write a letter to the person that you're bringing in, the guy that you're bringing in for your partner. And to write a letter like it already happened. So it would look like this. So you're going to write a letter, dear love of my life, however you want to title it, put a lot of sweet energy into it. I'm so excited that we have these beautiful conversations as we're having dinner at night and we both like the same food or they like something different. And what do you like? So make it real. And then I love when you hold me at night after our long dinners or our romantic evenings. And I love when you hold me at night and when you look at me that special way, it just makes me feel so important. So that's the kind of letter that you're going to write. And also create some space for that person. Clean out a drawer, and just invite them to put their things there energetically, of course. So just create some space, bring it on in, light a candle, set an intention. But again, I feel the sweetness of you, such sweetness, but I also don't feel I'm going to be looking. I don't feel that type of energy. So start putting it out there. Start bringing it in. I love that. Congratulations, because I feel like it's coming for you. Any other questions?
Yes, next question. I was approved writing a blog for an online magazine, but I'm not sure if this is right. Or should I stick with my horses as teachers and coaching and leave the blog writing?
I'm seeing both. So you can do blog writing, but why aren't you doing it more about the horses too? Like if you're got a job or something in blog writing, if you're good at that, why don't you do that? And then you still have the horses. I really feel an alignment for you to have both. I don't feel like there's a restriction. And there might be a blog writing about horses. I'm seeing it about horses and personality. I'm also seeing like your favorite horse, and I'm like starting to channel the energy of that favorite horse. Gosh, that horse loves you. I can so see why you love your horses. I would love for you to talk or start your own blog about horses and their personalities and how connected as a soul that they could be. People need to know that. Remember, people are trying to connect in so many ways right now. And connecting with animals, look at the shelters, they're empty. People want so much to connect. And so talking about connecting and the energy of connecting with an animal, especially the spirit energy of a horse, they're just magnificent. So bright, so intelligent. They feel so real, like a human inside when you channel the energy. So I hope that helped.
Wendy, definitely.
Okay, so we're moving into meeting Wendy, another surprise guest. So we're going to make her a co-host and see if she pops on. There she is. Hey, Wendy.
How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here. So today we're going to talk a little bit about Wendy, and the first thing I want you to do is if you could share like your 30-second speech with
Sure.
us to let us know who you are, what you do.
Absolutely. So I'm Wendy Verna. I consider myself the opening act for my firm, which is Octo Design Group. We're a marketing business and we specialize in unique marketing solutions. So I have a team of strategists, content writers, digital experts, designers, and we all together develop out-of-the-box solutions to make sure that all businesses can either create awareness and or convert sales. So essentially, we pride ourselves in bridging the gap between marketing tactics and the tools you need in order to generate a sale. That's what we do.
Excellent, excellent. And so I was going to ask you, so how many years have you been in business? That's what I was going to ask.
Forever. Now, 22.
22.
Mhm.
And so when I met you just a few months ago, we were just hitting the pandemic. And you shared with me personally at some point that some things kind of got light on your desk. Is that true? Like some of the clients that you were.
That's true. So the pandemic hit the marketing industry pretty hard because we're always something that gets cut first. I also had a couple clients, Candy, that were event planners and production houses. So events got cut immediately. So that was another thing that, they no longer needed us if there was no event, right? So when I got to you, I was not in a panic mode yet, but I had also felt that we were on this space to get to this top of a mountain. And then the pandemic hit, we got hit down. So I had always felt that I was on this verge of like getting right to the edge, and then I never got over it. Do you know what I mean? I never got to that like success story. So not having to worry about, money and more work coming in and contracts were solid and things like that. But so I always did feel there was something else that I should be working with. And Candy, I think I've told you this before, I've worked with business coaches and they always took care of like the normal tactics like projections, operations inside, staff issues, that kind of thing. But when I worked with you, I felt that there was just, I know that after I worked with you, there was like a waterfall of work that came in, and I'm not sure, obviously, the work that you did released something because we were able to get past that.
So what Wendy and I did is the very first thing is she had a private Align Your Business program, which I've now developed for a bigger collective consciousness because more people need it right now. So the very first thing that Wendy and I did the very first month that we worked together is we released the blocks from her unconscious mind as well as her soul. And so once that happened, then you said there was a specific amount of revenue that you increased your business that very first month.
Yeah, so so everything had gone kind of silent. So we were one of the lucky ones because we were kind of coasting on what we already had. And then after I worked with you, we increased our monthly income by over $55,000 a month. So, which has never happened in the history of my forever working with my firm. So I felt as though but a lot of that work I think was, making sure that I felt like I had the confidence to be doing the work, right? Which was the other part that you really helped me with. So I also feel that the unblocking of whatever that resistance was, which was very clear, because I not only, Candy, felt it in my work life, but I also felt it in the way that I was interacting with my family and my friends. So I don't know if that's, I know that that's something that you were able to help me with. And that obviously when you're on that high flying disc, right, and things are coming in and you're feeling more powerful, then just more comes. And that's clear because we actually are lined up to do the COVID cure campaign for Pittsburgh now, which would be the largest contract that my firm has ever had. So so things are working. Yeah, definitely working. And I was somebody, yeah. And I was somebody who was really in that traditional business coach place. And I think that that is really I guess the difference, which is, just looking at it. I mean, I'm a pretty spiritual person and I always felt whatever you put out comes back in. But when you get stuck in that business kind of coaching, kind of businessy thing, you can't break out. I don't think. I think that,
Well, you know why? I think that the secret is our businesses are actually born from our hearts. Like that passion inside you is what keeps you going. But we have to use our head. But sometimes we get so stuck up into the busy part of our business that we forget to revisit who we are and bring our hearts back into our business. So to recalibrate. And I think that's what I saw you actually do. And then I got a call from Wendy. It's like, I have the largest contract I've ever had on my desk, right?
that's true. It's true.
So
It's crazy.
So would you recommend this work? I know you were resistant in the beginning. You were like, will this help me? And then now what has happened? And would you?
I think the big thing was that I didn't know what I was searching for, right? And I think that that's maybe one of the things that if there's anyone on this call who's just not sure, or anybody in the universe who's just not sure what path to take, right? And so I think I was fortunate in that I've taken additional paths and I just always felt like I just never had met the right person and I never had the right work done. I think the Akashic Records I know that it's a real thing. It's a thing that people don't put enough emphasis on. And the resistance that is blocking many of us from getting to that next level, right? Because there's a lot of things you can check off that people say, if you do these things, you're going to get to the next level. But I am proof to say that, like, as soon as we spoke and as soon as we started working together, and to me, whether this is what it is, Candy, or not, but it's just the way that you are looking at things. It's the lens. As soon as my lens changed, my world changed. And that was even down, and now it's working with processes and working with all those tactics, but doing it from a different lens and feeling that what you gave me was the feeling of, Wendy, this is happening. Don't think this may happen. Don't think this could happen. This is happening, right? So just live that way. Just live like it's happening. If it's happening, it's happening, right?
It's happening.
Yeah.
Like write the letter, make it happen. Write the letter to your business today, and tell your business what you want because your business has a voice and a message to give. Wendy, this has been so helpful. I hope that it's been helpful to let all of you see this. When you join the program, Wendy's actually in the program, and she's getting a lot of private support as well as this program. So please, you'll be seeing Wendy along with the other people on this call that are joining the Align Your Business program. So
I just want to say I am so grateful for you. I'm so grateful that just the way you came to me, like through a podcast, which is so crazy, right? Like, just the way that I got to you and the way that you really have changed, you changed my life. That's the truth. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Wendy, so much. Just means the world to me. That's why I love doing what I do, because this beautiful woman has a mission and a voice to get out in the world. And when you all are stuck, and I've been there, you can't get it done. You can't get your mission out into the world. And that's what I really want for each and every one of you. So join Wendy and me, and we'll get you into alignment. Making that money.
Thank you so much.
You're very well. Thank you so much. Much love.
Okay, you can let her down.
Okay.
Talk about the program here.
Let's see. I am trying my best here with these technologies. There. How's that? I think I did it.
Oh, she still looks there.
Oh, you're still here. That's all right.
Do I press leave?
If you can, that probably, because it's not letting me take you off. See if that works. Thank you.
Program in the chat and the coupon codes.
Okay. There we are. So more, oh, there's some more, there's the coupon codes in there for anybody that wants it. Did you say more questions now?
We can do more questions.
More questions, Angela.
Yes, ma'am. I also want to say you probably can't see them, but we're getting a lot of yes in capital letters and yes with 4 exclamation points. And we got a thank you, thank you. So.
Oh, and congratulations. So exciting, Wendy.
I
Some people
know.
were congratulating you, Wendy. So thank you. They're excited about your successes, and Jeannie as well, I see.
Okay, next question. Will I have more success offering my one-day workshop live, keeping it small, or continuing to offer it online?
That's such a good question. I'm actually seeing both, which is probably not what you expected. If you can, and if it's within your budget, I can see you doing a live event and recording it for the people that aren't coming and then reproducing it. So you're going to double that up because it's going to be a bigger win for you. There's people that really want to connect. Keep it simple. Hire a videographer or get somebody that you really trust, 1 or 2 videos, of course, and then video it and then make it into a virtual course as well. But I could see this being done very easily both ways. Keep the number super small, 20 and under for your live event, record it and make it green and sell it again. Rinse and repeat, baby. You got this.
Okay, next question. I have a question around my monthly membership and if I should offer a trial period.
I feel like, I hate to say this, but I feel like something's off with the monthly membership. I want you to re-look at that. I want you to ask people what they want because I feel like there's something missing in your monthly membership that they want that's not in it yet. Read the question again because there was another piece that I heard.
I have a question around my monthly membership and if I should offer a trial period.
I don't feel a trial period. I do feel like something needs to be added. And once you add it, I would do a two for 1 month with the people that have an interest with not an extended contract or a 3-month contract. So if your program's $99 a month, give them 2 months for $99 or even 3 and ask them, say the only thing that you're going to ask for is a testimonial for the price. And make sure as people are coming in, you're getting testimonial, and asking them questions. What do you need more of? What do you need less of? What was the highest and best thing for you? And so once you do that, you're going to get some really specific answers. Then you're going to be able to launch that at a higher vibrational rate. Then you're going to have more successes. So that's what I feel is just the tweak in the program that needs to be off or that's off. So any other questions?
Yes. I've been feeling my journey pushing towards becoming a shamanic healer for my future purpose.
Ooh, yeah.
Do the guides see this for me as I am really starting to pick up tremendous traction to become a shaman?
Yeah, shaman. So what I see for this person is you've actually been invited into shamanism, meaning it's, you know, the likelihood or what my knowledge of how priests or nuns or whatever are invited in. My guides are laughing at me. They're saying, my love, you were invited into this sector as well. So I didn't even think about that. So that's why we have them. What I'm hearing and feeling is that this isn't a choice. This is an invitation. Yes, it's a choice, but it's who you are. It's kind of like who you were born to be. So it's just step into it. Make your identity that. Say, I am a shaman. Not I'm stepping into it. I am. I am statements are so powerful. You know what else I'm seeing is I'm seeing to meditate on this, and I'm seeing the Wayne Dyer. He has a meditation on YouTube, and it's called the I Am meditation. And this is so powerful for anybody and all of us. Is so breathing in the I am presence. The I am, if you think about the vibration of the word I, it's who we are. It's who that little word, that one letter, I, is us. And so when you step into the I am presence and you do your meditation, I am, and then if you want, I am a shaman, I am a healer, and then that I am, breathe it in. I am a healer, that I am, breathing it in. And so this meditation is really powerful to help with the alignment of that. But I also want you to get some testimonials about the work that you've been doing and start promoting yourself as exactly what you just said that you are. I am a shaman now. Done. You're welcome. Any other questions?
Yes, this seems to be a follow-up. I forgot to ask about my monthly membership. I am getting the feeling to change the name. Just checking in on if I should.
Yes, it needs a new identity, especially if you're going to upgrade it. What I would do is I would keep it the same for these people that are kind of coming in. And then once you get that next thing, remember I said I feel like something's missing. Once you get that thing that's missing, and do some beta testing and some evaluations of that, then let it have its new identity. For example, I have a Pivot to Profit group that is now moving into Totally Woo. It will take some time to move that energy, not a lot, but some of the tweaks that you have. So then when you sell the next or invite people into the next program, make sure you're inviting them into like the Totally Woo instead of the Pivot to Profit. So it's kind of going to be an up level. It does need a new name. It needs to vibrate differently. It needs a new identity. Okay, so where are we at? Questions or?
We can go to Asa.
Oh, Asa, we're going to do a hot seat, the chair of desire. So here we go, Asa. Bringing you in. And here she comes. She is coming into the chair of desire. So let's see. Are you with us, Asa? She's in the seat, Maribeth. Are you here?
Yep, I'm here. You can't
Hey.
see me?
I can't see you yet. Maybe you'll come
Hold
on.
on. Let's see. Maybe I can hit that start button.
There you are. Hello,
Hi.
beautiful.
Hello, gorgeous. Thank you for having me.
Oh, congratulations on
Thank you.
your hot seat.
Yay.
Your
Oh my
deepest
God.
desire. So tell
Wow.
us where you're at right now. Where are you?
I'm in Sweden. I'm in Västerås, Sweden.
Oh, Sweden. How beautiful.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thanks. So it's dark here, so I have to have my little light so that I can see you and you can see me.
Oh my gosh, what time of day is it there?
It's 7:30 at night.
7:30. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's not too difficult of a time period.
No, it's great. It's perfect timing,
Okay,
divine
so
timing.
I'm going to just lean into your
Mhm.
energy if I have permission to connect
Of
with the
course.
beautiful energy of Asa.
Please.
Oh my gosh, you're like a little angel.
Mm.
Sweetness, like sweetness in a cup. So I love this.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
let's start with some of the questions that you have about your business.
Okay. So my deepest desire in the world is to make a huge difference, like a really big impact, like a global impact. And there is a disconnect inside of me with how my business is right now. And I started as a life coach. I've niched into business coaching women entrepreneurs, and that felt really good and aligned with, my background, but it's just not, it's not connecting. And is it time to give it up, or is it time to do something different? Do it in a different way.
The answer is this: it's to do it in a different way. So I actually see that your energy is made for bringing in a lot of people. Like you're born for that. People like you, you're easy. People feel ease and flow just being around you just naturally. So I really, really would like for you to stay with it, but I can see what is blocking you. And do I have permission to share?
Please.
Okay, so just take a little bit of a deep breath in. So as you breathe in this beautiful love, grace, and forgiveness, what I'm seeing is that this is something that so many of us have, and it begins with a W, and it's worthy of that big thing. So when we're born for bigness and brightness, sometimes we start doubting ourselves because the shoulders can get a bit heavy when we feel the magnitude of it. This is for you, Asa, but they're showing me a moment in my life when I realized that my mission was a little bit bigger, and this is for you, than I realized. I was in Maui. I was with my husband. I was standing by some water, and I don't know why I did it in that moment, but looking over these plush mountains and this beautiful waterway, I just said, am I doing the right thing with my business? And all of a sudden, my guide said, and I'm inviting you to do this with me because I think they're about to give you something. So I put my hands out, which kind of looks something like this, but put them out like big and broad, like that I was going to give you a gift. So put your hands out for the gift. There you go. Okay, so you can close your eyes if you like to, because I want you to feel this, because our businesses have an energy field, and I want you to feel the magnitude in a beautiful way. I'm going to help you in this moment to hold this, but I want the universal energy and source to let you feel in your arms the magnitude of the size of your business. And then I'm going to pause. I want her to feel this, and then I'll share the rest of the story after she shares her story. So in these beautiful divine arms, I can even see, do you see what's happening to her arms? Do you see the energy of her business being placed in them? I literally can see this. So I want you to share with everybody, once you feel it for you, what this feels like.
Hugely beautiful.
Hugely beautiful.
I feel like it just went bam, like that inside of my heart.
Okay, so take that energy that you're feeling, and I want you to wrap it all up in this nice big bow, and I want you to place it right in your heart. Take it, there it is, harness it all up, place all of that into the beauty of your heart. Now breathe that in. So whatever her future plan, and stay with that, look at her face. Did you see how she accepted the energy in her energy field? Now what happened is two energies just integrated. And so she's going to have a lot more success because she just owns something. So tell me how you feel right now.
I feel shaky.
You're integrating, your cells are vibrating. Remember how we talk about this? Like I have goosebumps as I'm saying this. What's happening is she's integrating into the new platform, her new identity of who she's going to bring into the world. So there you go. More questions, my love. Stay with that.
I'll stay right there. That's what I needed to know.
Okay. You're good.
Yeah.
Wow. That's it. Oh my goodness.
That's enough. That's plenty. That's big.
So while we're together, I'm going to share with you the end of the story, because I've created what's called an open loop in your unconscious mind. When we do these trainings, sometimes we'll create open loops. And what happens, your mind's like, but wait, she said one more thing, and I want to close that loop. And then once we close our loops, educationally, what our brain does is it saves that training in a little cell in our brain, so that we don't have to be like, oh, I hope I remember this. You'll just naturally, consciously remember it. So here's what happened at the end of my story. This was for Asa. My guides led me to this story, but what happened is they placed my business in my arms. And when I felt this, it became real. I realized the magnitude of my business and my mission in this world. And that was the first moment I was standing in Maui, like standing there with my arms open, feeling the energy of my business. And I never doubted. Sometimes, some days I doubt like which way it's going. I have to be honest. There's been a lot of changes, but I never doubted that my business wasn't there for me and that it had a weight and an energy field. So that's what the lesson was for both of us. So thank you, Asa.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much for today.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it and your work.
Oh, you're so welcome. Okay.
Questions and Lee.
Okay. And a couple more questions and then Lee. So let's see. I think you might have to, I hit remove to Asa, but maybe do you hit remove? Let's see. Can you hit remove on your end, Asa? I don't know. I took her off, Maribeth. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. It happened. Yay. More questions. Yay. Angie?
I'm here and I'm scrolling. So
Scroll.
this is a follow-up question
Okay.
about, I think, an event. How about January? Moving it out 4 to 5 weeks, or should I wait until April or May?
I feel like April's kind of far out there, but I don't feel bad about April. I feel like it's a little bit earlier though. I feel like March again. I feel like March is this month that something vibrationally feels in alignment. So I know that that wasn't an option in the answer, but I'm feeling like March, get things started and then have everything ready. You can launch in April 1st, but no later than that.
Okay, next question. Should I lower my price for readings and hire someone to do some ads for me to get the momentum going?
Actually, no, I never think it's a takeaway, it's an add. So I just want you to add value because if you take away your value, then and I'm not saying that you're doing that, but it does take away our value. When we lower our pricing instead of own our value, I want you to think about how you can add value. And I want to give you an example. Align Your Business, that program, it was actually born. It was something that I created and it was kind of accidentally. I kept seeing people when I was going in and doing their Akashic record readings, I was seeing them like, it looked like they had a makeover. Like their hair would be blowing and they would look like, thinner and, everything, less wrinkles. I was like, what is this? Like, are you saying that these people need makeovers? And then that's where my guide showed me the delineation of the higher self who knows no fears and the lower self. And so that knows injury. And so bringing those two together. So the reason why I'm going down this path, and let me reconnect with the energy of this question. Why Align Your Business was born, and this is about adding value, is what we did is we did a block release for 90 minutes. And this was individual work. And then the next thing that we did is we gave a clear insights and we gave where the business was supposed to go and 4 or 5 parameters like ideal program, ideal client, et cetera, et cetera. And then at the very end, we integrated the two, the work that we had done and the work that we were about to do, like the clear insight. But then that program was selling out like a hotcake. Like I could sell that program at Chew every day. It would close. If I had 8 calls, I could close 8 people very easily because it was very desired. But then I said to myself, how can I add more value? And then I'm like, well, I'm plugging into the energy field of them. So if I ask them to think about what's their highest and best programs, what's their highest and best clients, even if you don't know all the answers, what happens is you start vibrating at an extra rate. So a very complicated answer, but I wanted everybody, I felt like there was more information that needed to be pushed out from this question. So adding more value to your clients to get the result. So focus on the result and how to get them there. Add a little piece to the value, and then you can still remain at the same cost of your business. Any other questions before we bring on?
Well, there's a comment here that I think you might want to comment on in return.
Okay.
This woman writes, what you just shared with Asa really resonated with me. Thank you.
You're welcome, my love. You're absolutely welcome. Resonated with me too when I said, should I be doing this business? And I put my hands out, and when the guides placed the field of what my business, I knew right then and there that I had a business and it had magnitude. So go out and do you, be you, step into who you truly are. Okay, so am I bringing Lee in now? Another special guest. So bringing somebody in to meet all of you. Hey, how are you?
Hi, it's good to see you. Hey.
Great to see you. Hi, Lee. Oh, I'm so excited to have Lee here today. So she's going to introduce herself to all of you and tell you a little bit about what she does in this beautiful world.
Well, thanks. Well, it's really awesome to be here to support you, and just I'm such a fan of your work. It's just really changed my life. So it's great to be able to be here and share, and hopefully my story will resonate with other people. So this is so cool to be able to say this. So just so you know, this is like a coming out party for me, because I've gone through this entire rebirth of a compelling future that I see differently. So now when I say, who are you and what do you do? I say that I am a lifestyle strategist. And what I do is that I help entrepreneurs to have the lifestyle they always dreamed about when they started their businesses. And I'll tell you, before I was working with Candy, that is not how I talked about myself or my work, or how I saw my mission even. So it was huge. Yeah.
Oh, so that was basically the first question, is like, where were you and where are you now? And you really did a great job sharing that. So tell me how you're feeling about yourself and your business, because I know you're a very kinesthetic person. And so talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk a little about the before and after, because the energy shifts are unbelievable. So, when you talked earlier today about the big tick, so I was sitting in D for a really long time when I met Candy. So I was in business as a business strategist, and it was all very mental and very strategic, which are some of my skills. And everything constantly felt off. And what it was doing was creating this physical weight in my body. I was just emotionally blocked. I was afraid to be seen. I was just downright testy about being out in public. I was like, I don't even want to talk about what I do, which was really weird because I still was working with clients. But, there was just a whole bunch of internal strife, and it really affected my energy field. So I started attracting really non-fit clients for me. And then I started questioning, am I even on the right path? What am I doing? So that's the place I was. And now when I say, how do I feel? Hop out of bed every day. I can't wait to get started. I love what I'm doing. All of my work is flowing, and my own energy field, first of all, it matches with the energy field of my business now. But secondly, on a physical energy level, I've lost 25 pounds. I don't have any blockages. I'm allowing flow in every part of my life. So, for me, the business part was the biggest block. Everything else was feeling really good. And this work together has resolved all of that. It's been really awesome.
Oh, congratulations. And one of the other things that I'd love for you to share about is because Lee is she has a beautiful energy of sensitivity and an empath. What's been happening? How have you been using your intuition now? Because that's something you're really interested in learning.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Now that I remember, I came to you through starting with an Align Your Business one-on-one mini program, and I was still confused. And then I said, I really want you to do some training, deep dive work with me, because I know that I'm highly intuitive and I'm just not using this properly for my business. Like for me, I always knew that, because, some people who are maybe here on this call they have a spiritual side, but business has always been very separate. For me, I've always been highly intuitive, and I was having trouble fitting business into my intuitive way of being. So I was getting a lot of downloads and information and physical feelings, and I couldn't make sense of any of it. So I felt like a spinning top all the time. It's like an idea a second, you know? And so now I know how to use my intuition. So I have processes that support me. Like Candy taught me some things. And then I was able to take those and make them my own and figure out, how do I tap into my inner knowing already? And so now I'm laser focused. And now decisions come like this, as opposed to going, oh, should I do this or should I do that? Now I just say, hey, you know, I'm just going to ask, because the guides know better than me. And it was also very humbling to now truly be an instrument, as opposed to being so, what I realized the block was around, I was hiding behind the intellect. It was definitely a willfulness that wasn't necessary, because we're already made for the work we're doing, and we're just finding ways to not put ourselves out there. So that was my experience anyway.
Excellent. Thank you. And I want to talk a little bit about lifestyle, because you're a lifestyle strategist as well. And I want you, if you know, if you don't mind sharing, we've done your VIP days in two really interesting parts of the world, and it was very special. And so would you mind talking about the two experiences, and especially the one that we did in the home that you're currently in?
Yeah, so it was really amazing. So in the private work, that I'm a private client of Candy's, continue to work with her. And so I was still working through, you know, I kept talking about my business and my life don't fit. You know, of course, the cobbler's kid has no shoes under my nose. That's what I'm supposed to be teaching people, right? The whole like, oh, right, now that you figured this out. But anyway, for me, being in Vermont has been huge. And so Candy came to me because she knew that that was the work that needed to happen. And we had this incredible experience out in kayaks on my lake. We just like melded into the lake. We had this very high vibrational experience where we met in the records together. I didn't actually have any control over how to do that. Like, I've learned I can access my own records now, because we've been working for a year and a half, and she's given me tools and I've been using the tools. But it kind of happened spontaneously, and we were both like, whoa. It's like, you know, if there were drugs involved, it would have been like, you know, okay, that would have been expected, but this was purely just us and our energy fields meeting. It was really magical. But that was a pivotal moment for me in terms of starting to open up to what my mission really is supposed to be. And that I'm like, oh, right, I gave you an experience. You had never been on a kayak. I didn't know that until you told me after. Of course, Candy's so open. She's like, oh yeah, we'll go out. What do I do?
So I was never on a kayak in a lake. I was on a kayak in an ocean in Maui, but never on a lake.
Yeah, but it was just really amazing, because it was literally like somebody from above was dropping in and be like, this is the kind of work you're supposed to be doing, Lee. Hello. Even though I was in partnership with you when you were there in service of me. So that's some of the magical things that do happen. Like, there's this melding of energies when you're in this work with somebody, because it's, you know, it's intimate work, right?
It's intimate.
Yeah. So it was really, really amazing. So yeah, it was beautiful to have that. And what I appreciated so much was that the experience was custom to me, because you knew what my energy field needed before. I mean, now I am able to sense my own field better, much better, and tuned in. I tried a bunch of modalities. I mean, you know, shamanic journeying, and I've done energy work. I've done yoga and oils and things with stones, but like Akashic record reading is a whole other, it just pulled things together in a way where the questions stopped, and I just literally sit and receive answers. Like, that's the difference. Really awesome.
I love that. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for sharing, Lee. Is there any one last departing thing that you love to say to people about our work together, or a recommendation? Is this work important?
Yeah, so I really sat with that when you had asked me about coming and sharing today. And here's the thing. I think a lot of us, especially women who are attracted to you, are going to be people who already kind of have some spiritual inclination, or maybe you're already practicing something. But here's the thing, doing it alone, you know, I never used it in my business this way, ever. I used it in my life, but not in my business. And without that wall, it made all the difference. And so it's an instrumental piece. Like when I look at my budget and say, what do I need to move to the next level? That's just a given. It's like, okay, we make room for this work, and I work with Candy, and then, oh yeah, I have a business coach and I have other things. But that's top of the list for me, because when I trust myself and I trust the guidance from above, then I'm able to do my mission.
Yes.
The details are less important, so it's critical in moving forward and expanding, I believe.
Well, thank you for sharing all of that, Lee. And it's just been an incredible journey working with Lee and just watching her bloom like the beautiful flower in full bloom. And that's what I see her. And before she was this beautiful, like pink soft rose, but yet powerful and strong. And now I just feel like she's fragrant and opened and just stepping out into the world even more. So thank you, Lee, so much for.
Oh, you're very welcome. And thank you. I mean, you really have changed my life, and there's so many people on this call and beyond who, their lives can change as well. And it's so much simpler than we even imagined. That's the beauty.
It's simple
With the
to
right
you.
support. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Lee.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Good to
Bye.
see you.
Okay, do we have any more questions? Okay.
There's one more here before we start repeating people, and this one is, my mother used to tell me that I was brought into this life to learn patience. It must be one of those teaching moments right now because I am running out of patience. Any advice on how to utilize that patience with my current pivoting business chaos?
Ugh, this is hard when this happens. So my guides are like, they're showing you like there's a way that you can have some support right now, and that's what they're like pushing towards. And it's embarrassing when that happens, but it's the truth is they're like, here we are. Like it's not just patience, you need a strategy. So like I can say all day long, like I want to be patient with this 3-year-old that's like pouring milk and everything out of my refrigerator, but if I don't change the strategy, I'm going to have a lot of food on the floor. And so that's what they're showing me, is that there is a way, that there is a current way. So I just want to go over this because they're pushing me towards this. Is I just want to go over one more time. I want to share with you a little bit about this program. Is, this is what's important, is once we release our blocks that are holding us back and then gain that.
You're not sharing.
Oh, I need to share. Hold on. Thank you. Once we, when we're stuck, we're stuck. And like Lee just said, we need a little help. We can't always do this by ourselves. So just having patience alone isn't really going to help. It's having a strategy in place. And so here's the strategy. Release your blocks that are holding you back. Get your clear vision for 2020, because we still have time left. Discover your top 5 soul values, the things that are motivators behind you, and connect with your quantum leap blueprint for wealth. Tap into your intuition and utilize your intuition. So you could go to register for the Align program at CandiceHaza.com/Align. And again, this is the 10 weeks that we're going to be together. You're going to have support from the Akashic records, from the energy field that's your database of your soul, not my database, it's your database. And so that's what we're going to be working with your database. Just like Lee said, I did this in my life. I brought spirituality or things like this from the soul into my life, but I didn't put it in my business. Maybe that's really and truly the solution. And then you'll have all of the trainings. And again, we still have the Woolicious VIP, $500 off of the current investment price of $19.97, which brings it to $14.97, as well as the investment for $9.99. We're taking $220 off, so that's $777. So I'm so excited to introduce you to these programs because I really feel like they were meant to help people to get into alignment. So I really hope you join this. It's a must, really and truly. It's not a difficult decision to make, I believe, because this is who you are. This is your database of your soul. So we're utilizing your energy to get into alignment so that you can wiggle in to get focused and flow out like a beacon and flow in to nourish your soul, not to be depleted, to build that strong platform of you. So I hope this has helped. Is there any more questions? Any more questions about the program? I love you too, Lee. She sends her love. How beautiful. Thank you, Lee. And thank you for all the hot seat attendees and all the testimonials. I'm so grateful. Any questions that we have?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
How do I know which program level is best for me?
Oh, excellent. That's such a great question. For me, my top 5 values, my top value is mastery and excellence. This is my top value. So when I make a decision, I have a bigger business, and so I feel I need more support. And so I always choose the highest and best. I like to have more support. I know that about me and my personality. So that's how I would choose it. I think the biggest question that you need to ask yourself is, where's your business at? Are you super stuck? Has there been a lot of things the last 7 months? If so, I would definitely go with more support. That's just how I make my personal investments. The Woolicious VIP is super important to get a lot of movement and a lot of leverage if you have a bigger business. Next level is to get there. Get there. You know, you might not be able to invest as much money or time right now, but getting there is the most important thing. Getting that touchdown, that alignment piece, so that you can wiggle in, and so that these two places build the platform of the energy of you. Any other questions, Angela?
Yes, and I love this one. I don't understand this process about the Akashic records being able to be read by the collective consciousness. Can you
Right?
explain this?
Doesn't that sound super fancy? But it's simple, actually. If you think about any time that you do anything as a group, if you have 5 projects in your home and you're home alone, how long is it going to take you to get those projects done? If you have multiple people in your family at the same time, you give everybody something to do. So what happens is when we work in the energy field of the collective consciousness, we're vibrating at a higher level as a group. And so the other thing that starts happening is, so Angela might be on my call and she might ask a question, and it's actually for Mary Beth. And Mary Beth will be like, oh my gosh, I got such clarity. And it wasn't even the question I asked, it was Angela. So sometimes we're actually blocked from even the questions that we need to ask when we're super stuck. And so when we're working with the energy field of the database of your soul, since its original conception, it's powerful stuff. And so I hope that answered the question.
Okay, and there's one more so far. I'm struggling with the investment. How can I tell if I can make sure that it's worth it?
So if you listen to some of the testimonials and some of the questions that people have had in their business, what if you stay exactly where you're at right now? Remember when Wendy was talking about some of her business went away after the pandemic? And one of the things that she needed support with is to grow her business. How many of us want to grow our business? So that's the real question. You know, do you want to grow your business? Do you want to get into alignment? And if you don't right now, what's it going to cost you? Because there's a cost to staying stuck. There's a cost to not stepping into our mission. What if the thing that you're really meant to be doing in this world is right here, a moment away from you, but you can't see it for yourself? Remember what Lee just said, being able to be supported. And I like support when I'm in the Akashic Records too, because I know what I want. So am I telling myself? So I've learned how to distinguish that, but it's really important to have support. And so I'm here to support you, especially in these times, especially at this level. Anything else?
That's it, but I am going to put my information in the chat in case anybody needs anything from me.
Okay.
My email, I mean.
Well, we have completed the program exactly on time. I am completely impressed with all of you for popping in and being receptive and responsive, asking such great questions. I'm so, so grateful. So remember, is there any left, do you think? Is there 2 left of the one?
Yeah, we have 2 left.
2. Okay, so there's still a couple spots left. Please make sure that you grab them as soon as you can. There wasn't a huge amount left. I really would love to support you, and I'm so excited to deliver a program that's been tried and true. You could see how it worked. It's been beta tested multiple times, and it's all set up and ready for you. So get there quicker. Remember your quantum leap. Remember why we're doing this. Changing our identity at a higher level. So much love to all of you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.